Hi, boys and girls. Today is another science lesson, and I'm real excited to take you to a very different habitat. Let's look at our learning target. As a scientist, I can observe plants and animals, so I can determine where they live. I will know I have it when I identify an animal that lives in the Arctic. Are you ready? It is really, really cold there. We need to bundle up. Put your coat on, your hat on. Don't forget your gloves and your scarf. Our focus today. I have some animals in this picture. I want you to look at them and see if you recognize them. Do you recognize that animal jumping into the water? That animal just ready to hop off to try to find a hole to get into. Where do you think those animals live? It's the Arctic or the polar habitat. They have to live in an area that is really, really cold. Let's look at some vocabulary. Habitat, the place where living things naturally live and grow. Forest, a habitat that has many trees. A desert is a dry and hot habitat. Deserts get very little rain and are often covered all through that area with sand. Arctic or polar region, where we're going today, is a very cold habitat where almost everything is frozen. Most of the Arctic has snow and ice on the ground. A jungle or a rainforest, a warm habitat with lots of trees. They get rain there almost every day and have more plants and animals living there than any other place in the world. Needs are things that a living thing must have in order to survive. Adaptations, features of an animal or a plant that helps it survive. Animals have camouflage to blend in and hide from predators. Plants like cacti have short roots to quickly soak up the small amount of rain that falls in the desert. Camouflage, colors that help an animal blend in with its environment and hide from predators or to sneak up and catch their prey. We are learning about the Arctic and living things in that habitat. Some habitats are always cold. They get a lot of snow. The Arctic is cold and dry all year long. So when we talk about some habitats always being cold, we are talking about the Arctic or that polar habitat. Most plants that grow in the Arctic are small and short. Many of the plants have tiny, tiny leaves. They can grow with very little water, and a lot of plants even stop growing during the winter season because it's so cold. Many of the animals living in the Arctic have white fur. This camouflages them and helps them hide. They blend in with the snow, and it's hard for them to be seen by predators and prey. So this white color helps them camouflage and survive in their habitat. I'm giving you a choice today. You have a choice to visit Brain Pop Jr. and learn about the Arctic habitat, or read a Pebble Go article about the plants or read one about the animals that live in the Arctic habitat. Remember, if you choose Pebble Go, watch the video. It's very, very short. You'll have a video for polar plants and you'll have a video for polar animals. They are two separate articles, but lots of information just on those two living things in that habitat. You do not have to read Pebble Go independently. You can. You are very welcome to. It will help you become a better reader. But it will also help you read the article if you decide you want the article read to you. You can just click on the yellow button. It looks like a little speaker right beside the text. Follow along in the article so that you can get all of the information from that text. I also want to give you the username for Brain Pop, which is Dry Ridge, and the Brain Pop Junior password is Cardinals. Now, the Pebble Go username is Dry Ridge, and the password is Read. So you will have a choice today. I'm going to put both the Pebble Go article about plants and the Pebble Go article about polar animals in there in the Google Classroom, but I'll also include Brain Pop Junior as the habitats for the Arctic habitat if you decide you want to go there. Do all three or just choose one. It is your choice. Okay. I want you to look at this picture. This is a picture of an Arctic wolf, and it calls the Arctic its home. It is white, and it's able to camouflage with the snow and the ice that is around it. The main reason it stands out is because it's in front of this dirt that the snow has maybe blown off of. But this camouflage, this blending in with its environment, helps it to hide from predators. It's very difficult to see, and it's also able to sneak up on an Arctic hare, a rabbit that lives in that area, or a prey that it may need to have as food. I also want you to look at this picture. This picture shows the small bushes and plants that grow in the Arctic. These are bushes. They're very, very small trees. And even the bushes that you can see just peeking through the snow, they're just really good examples of how cold it is and how the plants there do whatever they can to conserve that energy so that they can survive those cold, cold winter months. It's your turn to do some work. I want you to complete the Google form or the exit slip that will be in Google Classroom. And this is to show what you have learned about the Arctic or the polar habitat. And don't forget to self-reflect and rate your understanding of this habitat. Submit your work and do your very best as you always do. Enjoy learning about this cold, icy, snowy place.